Welcome back to Just Jump. This week we got House of the Dragon, Copa America. We're going to start with House of the Dragon. So if you're just interested in Copa America, the timestamp's below. And at the end, we're always going to do some banter because I think our questions that we are now receiving a little bit of are probably the best part of these shows.
Could you imagine just skipping House of the Dragon?
I mean,
soccer?
I guess. I don't know. If you think about it, House of the Dragon, like English mythology kind of, might be crossover audiences.
Well, I saw my boss this week, too, because last week I said how he was, I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to wait like a few weeks. I'm like, dude, I'm spoiling it next week. Like, I'm coming. You're the guy at work I come to talk to about this, so if you're not in it, I'm just going to vent.
We've already established that if you are not watching an HBO TV show on Sunday nights, there's no spoiler. Like Monday, you're screwed. That's on you. That's not on us.
Like, dude, I got a retail job. We got inventory this week. We got to make this a little fun, man. We got to talk about House of the Dragon at work.
There's one network that allows us to still do appointment TV. It's HBO. It's on you. Anyway.
When you hear that sound, though, what's the first thing you think of?
Probably Entourage.
I don't know why it's Entourage.
Yeah, because
I don't know why.
Because Entourage is probably the one I've watched the least of, and it's still Entourage for me.
Is it the song?
Yeah, because it does kind of intro the music a little bit. Now that you're saying that, it does. It like kind of matches with a dun, 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 dun. I don't know.
I think I got caught prison in the moment because I was all up in Succession, and
Yeah.
that song is amazing. Like, I'll put that theme up against to a lot of themes. But now that I've come back from watching it and finished it, it's Entourage again.
Yeah. See, it should be Game of Thrones to me. It kind of is in my head, but the Game of Thrones theme on its own is so good. So I'm not really thinking about this.
I think that's why that's what like Succession was for me.
Yeah. Okay, so like we just kind of alluded to, spoilers, but that's on you, bro. It's not on us. This episode, it sounded like some people didn't love last week's episode. I think we were pretty fair on it. We kind of just said that it was a classic intro to a show of this caliber. We're going to slow talk you a little bit and then really upset you at the end.
So it was episode 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And episode 2, that the tension and action kind of not action, but the tension picked up quickly again.
There was a little action there.
Yeah, what was the beginning again? The action was done at the end. Oh, the beginning is the whole let's troop the sun through the whole town. Interesting.
I was laughing when we were watching it, and you're like, "Wait, the head's attached." I was like, "Oh, buddy, that's sewed on right now."
Well, I just thought I thought they would have taken it with them. I didn't think that they failed.
Also, when they hit that rock, I thought that body was for sure falling off.
Oh, dude, I looked right at you and I was like, please don't let this happen in front of the mother. Like, that's not something I can handle.
And you
right
said
now.
that before it hit the rock.
Yeah.
You were like, that baby might fall, and then it hit the rock. I was like, oh, no.
Well, they clearly made that prosthetic head out of like jelly so that it would just mess with us, which was such a good decision by whoever did that, the director or whatever. But
and you were calling out too, like just beautifully shot the way they shot that whole.
There was a couple shots there where they were kind of throwing the seed or the flowers or whatever grain. I don't know what it was. And the mother. There's so many Targaryens, dude. I can't remember all their names at this point. But the mother of the
queen.
The mother, the queen. The mother of the late son, the queen. They just had a shot up close on her where like you kind of just felt her pain. It was really good. I guess I still have the same conclusion of this episode as I did the last one. Everyone's stupid. Like especially if you come from the Game of Thrones universe, like there is. If you come from the Game of Thrones universe, there is some people that are stupid in Game of Thrones. Either they set themselves up or they think they're being smart and they're stupid. This time, everyone is. Like, everyone is making the wrong decisions. Everyone is jumping at their impulses. This entire thing is terrible. And I would just like to reiterate this from last week because I think it's important that we remind ourselves every week. The 3 biggest decisions of this show have all been misunderstandings and mistakes. First one. The king on his deathbed says that his son should be the next king. No.
Well, I like how they alluded to that in this episode, too.
He was talking about Jon Snow, which is hundreds of years from now.
He just goes, brother, you think he wanted you to be the king?
You? Well, the only person who knows is Hightower, his young wife. A lot going on here. And then second, I don't care what he says. He did not mean to eat that kid, the dragon. They were both angry, and then as soon as it happens in the finale, Aemond is kind of like, ooh.
He even alluded to that in this episode. I do love how death is just nothing to them.
Yeah, they don't
Like,
care.
Aemond's just sitting there. I mean, listen, there's not a better for a man, just be laying down with girls, just playing with your hair. It's one of the best feelings in the world. I'm not making it to that whole conversation. I'm going to fall asleep because that's what I do. But he's just sitting there and he's like, yeah, I regret having him die.
Yeah, that was not his intention.
Dude, what do you mean? You're like, I just love the way they're like, yeah, he's dead, whatever. You got to move on.
And the third decision now is that he was supposed to go and get Eamon. They just got the completely wrong kid. So every single thing here has been idiots doing more idiotic things. And then even, in this episode, they kind of plan a retaliation. And they have the twin brothers face off, which I think happened way too early in the show.
Way too early, and the fight was not nearly long enough.
Yeah, like if you remember, well, actually, what have you seen in Game of Thrones? Anything?
Some.
Long story short, they build up these two brothers fighting for 8 seasons. And it ends up being the coolest fight there is.
Yeah, imagine watching the movie Warrior and then it's over in the first 45
It's the Hound.
seconds.
I know you've heard of the Hound in the Mountain. Like, they face off eventually. But yeah, these brothers, I was kind of anticipating something a little more gnarly. But here's my question. Through all the tension, through all the things that happened through this episode, a lot of political movement, just to get to the end, where one twin brother goes on an assassination mission in place of the other twin brother. Who won the fight?
I don't know.
Because they allude to it being Sir Eric, right? That which is Rhaenyra's guy.
I don't think he won.
Here's my thing. I don't even know the other guy's name. The names in the show, there's so many. So we know Sir Eric as one of the twins. Let's call the other twin A. Twin A.
No, let's give him a name.
Von Lichtenstein from
that.
A Knight's Tale.
Oh, he definitely won.
So Von Lichtenstein comes in and he says, "I'm sorry, I had no choice," which immediately alludes to the fact that no matter who wins, there's going to be a lot of regret in the end. And he is so distraught, or whoever is so distraught, that they have taken out their own twin brother, that he then proceeds to take his own life, which is why I don't think we can guarantee that either of them won, because both of them had perfect reason to be regrettable about their actions. I don't know who won. I think it was Sir Eric.
I think, what's his name again?
Von Lichtenstein.
He cooked.
You think Von Lichtenstein won?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do really...
He was winning the whole time, let's be honest.
But I love how they did that.
Oh, it was great.
Because I think, like, even if it is obvious and we're missing something, it's pretty cool that they were like, we're going to make them as twin as possible and not let either of them really win. Because if they can't win without each other, which is a good theme.
The biggest thing I took from this episode is, I don't know if it's a hot take or not, I love Aegon.
Yeah, he's kind of fired up.
Dude, like, his anxiety that he goes through throughout like the whole episode is amazing. Like, I love how he just has no idea what to do. He's just making impulse decisions. He's all over the place. Like, it's amazing. And now he's kind of like, I think this is the first episode where he's like, I'm the king. We're doing shit my way. Like, I'm not following orders no more. I'm not doing this. And then it just showed the first order that he followed from his new right-hand man. Completely failed.
Yeah, it didn't work at
out
all
whatsoever.
Yeah.
And he's just crying. And all his mom could think about is just cheeks again.
By the way, idiots again.
Like, we're just going to end every episode with his mom getting, she's just getting cheeks?
That's how she rolls, bro. I don't know. I'm looking up the actor, because I think he deserves a lot of credit here. And of course, for whatever reason, he's an absolute main character in the show and nowhere to be found in the beginning credits. That makes a lot of sense.
That's usually how it goes.
But Aegon, the actor that plays Aegon, like, dude, he's killing it so far.
He's my favorite part of the show right now.
He's really doing well. And if I have to, thank goodness, here it is. Tom Glencarney. Tom Glencarney, you are doing so good, dude. Like, I like that you like him because I hate him, but I also like that I hate him. It's a little bit of that Joffrey effect.
Well, that's why I was thinking of it. Like, Joffrey was someone we all hated immediately on the screen. There was nothing about him that was likable. Like, I didn't even like the way he was acting. It was nothing. I just wanted this dude.
I hate the way that you walk. I hate the way.
Yeah, I felt like Kendrick the whole time watching him. Aegon, I'm like, nah, I like this dude. Like, I feel like I would act the same way. Like, I'm some punk little kid and I'm the king now. I'm like, no, I'm the ruler now. I'm gonna show you guys what's up. I'm gonna get some vengeance.
Taking out all the rat trappers wasn't nice. That wasn't a kind thing to do. I was confused too when they bring back the Rhaenyra's prisoner, the one Daemon promised freedom if she carried out this mission or helped carry it out. Did she help? Like, is that why that guy knew to go back? I guess we'll find out next episode. But she stops in her tracks, sees that there's an imposter, And then she's not seen again, but I got to imagine when he runs in and goes, brother, someone told him something.
He knows what's going on.
Yeah. But I don't know. I thought it was a pretty well done episode.
I feel like I just have to find something every episode where I'm like, where was this? Damon, you gave us the longest episode I've watched, and that dude was in it for about a cup of coffee.
Yeah, honestly, I got to admit, too, 2 episodes in, I don't like what they're doing with this character.
I feel like they're keeping Damon and Eamon as far away as possible right now because we're going to get, like, something big coming.
Yeah, I think so, too, because so far they've both been incredibly underwhelming. Like, both of them really haven't done anything. So it's like...
Yeah, Eamon's getting petted.
And Damon's getting yelled at.
Yeah.
And by his niece wife. Yeah, that's the truth, bro.
That's just how it goes.
They also have no, like, concept of family in this show. Like, they are direct cousins, brothers, sisters, immediate family, and they do not care at all
You
about
should
each
start
other.
kind of taking some tips from this. Like, when you get a little lippy sometimes, you can catch these hands.
Yeah, your dragon's tiny, bro. You got a tiny dragon.
It's an average size dragon.
I got a big dragon.
It's an average size dragon,
Right.
okay?
As we do every week, I think we should, it's time to give our grade for
Okay.
episode 2. Honestly, we don't even need until I bring the whiteboards. We don't got to write them down.
Well, I've been writing them down because I'm keeping track.
Okay, then
Did you keep track of yours last week?
I did. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I think it's important to have honor and integrity, which is why I've been writing them down. But I don't think it really matters, because I think both of us wouldn't lie. All
I'm
right.
not a liar.
What do you got?
I went first last week.
Oh, true.
Can't go. Yeah. I can't
Okay,
go first
I'm
back-to-back.
going
Snake draft.
again. You can't see this. I'm going 8.8.
Ooh.
I think last week I gave it 8.2.
You went down 7-8.
Oh, I went down.
Yeah.
I started at 8.2 and went down 7.8. You're right. It's in there. But I'm going 8.8 because not because I think it was the coolest episode ever, but I think it did what Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon does well. It gave us conversation that we cared about because sometimes political stuff can be boring. And it gave us like more of the same of its own genre, right? Like these guys are a bunch of idiots. Nothing's going to go right. But at least this time they gave us like an emotional fight at the end. And everything's starting to unravel a little bit, and I'm excited about that. Like the fact that Sir Criston Cole is going to be the Hand of the King. This other guy who we thought's the main character is getting sent to another town. Aegon's starting to be like, I'm the king. I'm standing on business. Aemon seems to be a weird guy. Damon's not going to be thrilled about what's going on. Like, this is an episode that sets up good for what they're trying to achieve for the rest of the season. So I'll give it its flowers. I don't give anything a 9+ unless it was amazing and I would rewatch it and talk about it at the water cooler. This one, it'd just be a couple sentences at the water cooler.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gave it 8.6.
Solid.
So I thought it was better than last week's.
Yeah.
I thought we saw some progression on some storylines.
Mm-hmm.
I liked how the council just got a big shakeup.
Yep.
I like how we have a new right-hand man. I like how the king is, like you had said, standing on business now. Like, he's like, I'm the king. Let's go. Like, what are we doing?
Even if he's a punani.
I like how, like, we got a nice little fight. Nice fight. Could have been amazing, but we still got a nice little fight, which is pretty cool. I mean, you can't watch Game of Thrones House of the Dragon without a little bit of death.
And sorry to interject, but I think if that fight was better, we'd be in the 9s.
I think I'd be creeping. And then I kind of like, I don't love how Daemon was barely in the episode, but I do love how they showed he's basically landing that dragon next episode, and something's about to happen.
He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. So they had me more excited to watch episode 3 than I was to watch episode 2. So I thought this was a little bit of a better. We definitely had a better episode this week.
Yeah, I think I went a little high. I do but I'm okay with it because like I said, I think.
You know why this wasn't a 9?
Why?
Because you went to the bathroom.
Well,
If this was a 9, you're not peeing during the episode.
it's an hour and 15 minutes though. I'm gonna pee.
Yeah, they're just giving us movies every week now.
The best thing that I ever did in my life was really familiarize myself with writing and with movies and stuff, because if I'm seeing a movie for the first time, I know when I'm peeing. I'm like, this is a filler scene. I know this
You
is a filler
do
scene.
pee every time you go to the movie theater.
I can't
It doesn't
help
matter how long the movie is, you're peeing.
Dude, I don't know what happened, but like the past couple of years, it's like you're peeing every 2 hours, which is good. Clearly, I'm drinking a lot of water.
That's good. Yeah, you're hydrated.
But anyway,
Stay thirsty, my friends.
we're moving on to Copa America. Kind of a big shakeup, but I wanted to start with House of the Dragon this week because it's like fresh on our minds. We were just right there.
Well, someone say we can spin zone into. We saw some killing tonight, and then we kill Bolivia.
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. USA, hell yeah.
Who would have saw that coming?
I think most people.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
But here's the thing. We're in a blessed position because
Oh, okay.
here's my spin zone. Because once upon a time, nobody saw anything coming with USA Soccer. You know, we were not supposed to beat anyone. I think we had one or two good runs. One with like when Alexi Lawless was there, and one when Tim Howard was there. Like we had a year or two sprinkled in there where people were like, "Don't take this America team lightly." Now we're creeping toward like just never take them lightly. I don't know. I mean, I think Brazil should have washed us. I don't care that it's a friendly. Vinny played the whole game.
I think they were just being friendly.
Maybe, but I like the progression of the team because America doesn't have this thing called patience.
No.
So people aren't going to wait forever for them to start being like serious.
Well, we'll lose in the tournament, and then we'll be like, we'll just play us in football.
Yeah.
Play us in basketball.
But dude, I can just like, I can see it. Like I'm not saying we're a team that's going to really win anything of significance anytime soon, but I am thinking we're a team that might piss someone off soon.
Ooh.
Like I think someone is going to enter the tournament flat and we're going to be the assholes who take them out.
I would love a nice upset like in this tournament. Like if we took out Argentina,
Oh,
that'd be nice.
like imagine like, you know, Leo's gone and it's like a new era of Argentina and
No, I want to take Argentina out in this tournament.
Yeah, I'm down for that too.
Yeah.
But I don't
With
even
Leo there.
They're not even close to like a little bit of favorites, are they?
Argentina?
I thought they were like 5th or 6th.
No, they're definitely up there.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah.
All right, well, maybe they are. But I know Colombia and Uruguay are like up there.
Well, there's also this guy named Vinny that plays for Brazil. If he decides wants to take over the tournament, he can do it whenever he wants.
Don't like him in yellow, by the way. He looks much better in light blue. Just an aesthetic thing.
All right.
I
I didn't know Elise was up here and we were doing we're grading fits today.
Don't know what it was.
Next week we'll grade everybody's kit.
Yeah, we should. I love that. It's my favorite thing to do in pro clubs in FIFA.
Kit rankings.
Started playing that, by the way, with Brad. So much fun.
There is nothing worse than when you start an Ultimate Team and they just give you a trash jersey.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why pro clubs is fun because you kind of get to pick a little bit. So we have like a nice light blue, light green one. It's cool.
Okay, all right.
Anyway, the game was fun. It was cool to see Tyler Adams play again. I think you and I were talking earlier. I think he's a huge key to our team, and I really hope he doesn't keep getting hurt.
I love that they came out and treated this team like it was a cupcake. This game was an electric factory for the first 3 minutes.
How about the fact that the final score should have been like 6-0?
Yeah, they came out and just shots on net like immediately. Pulisic's goal was nasty.
It was disrespectful. He said, "I'm shooting from way out here, and I don't care."
It reminded me of playing FIFA sometimes, where I'm like, I don't really see where the next pass is gonna go. I'm just gonna shoot it with a little curl on it and hope it goes in, and then it goes in sometimes. That's exactly what happened on that goal. It was just like, all right, I'm curling this one, and it's great. Great set piece too. I loved him pointing up to the stands, like, where's my set piece guy at? Like, yeah, that's
cool.
right. That's awesome. But yeah, the team played really well today. They were supposed to. You're supposed to beat up on a team like this. They did beat up on a team like this. Obviously, the scoreline could have been bigger, but it's soccer.
Well, Ricardo Pepi, he has to be cursed. He hit the goal. He shot on a play that I think is pretty hard to like control where the ball's going, unless you're like Ronaldo. He fired it 3 times at the goalie. Like one, a deflection that goalie. I mean, actually, you know what? Props to the goalie.
I thought the goalie played pretty well. I mean, there were some shots that were right at him, but I thought he played pretty. I mean, he still got his hand on the Pulisic shot.
Yeah, like Balogun's goal wasn't like great, but
he's the weirdest guy on the team, I think.
Yeah, so I don't think he knows he's good.
I don't think he realizes he has to make split-second decisions.
Yeah.
He kind of thinks a little bit too much, and then he gets himself trapped sometimes. But, I mean, obviously that comes with maturity, but sometimes I'm like, dude, just make a decision and move the ball. Like, either pass the ball or shoot the ball. Like, you have to move the ball. You can't just play on the ball that much.
But he's a striker, right? And he, even if his decisions shoot, usually that's a good bet. Like, he's more talented than I think he even knows. Like, even today, like, his goal today, he arguably could have had 2. He was this close. Like, this offsides way it was. I hate when someone's offsides and they didn't need to be. That's the worst feeling. It's like, dude, this was going to go in even if you were like half a foot back.
That's my thing. I'm not going to... Do I think he could have played better? Yeah. I'm not going to criticize a guy when his job is to get the ball in the back of the net, and that's what he did today.
Yeah, and also I think the goal he scored was exactly the type of goal he needs to feel confident shooting all the time. Like, he needs to be confident being like, you know what? There's one guy, there's a window, I'm going to kick it and see what happens, because that's what the USA sucks at. Like, if you watch every other team If they're not tapping it in, they're just putting pucks on net,
Pucks on that.
balls on net,
Shots on goal.
So it's just like the shots on goal. He needs to realize that he's actually really good at those, because anytime he takes a chance, it's usually a good one.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they played well today. I think there's a few little kind of holes in the game. Like I want Gio to play up more. I don't.
Oh, by the way, he's great.
Oh, he's fantastic. I just think I think once we play the bigger teams in the tournament, it's going to be harder to manufacture goals, and I think someone like him playing farther up will manufacture some more goals, because Pulisic's not going to be able to do everything by himself, and not having Dest, where you have that speed on the outside to just go up and start throwing him into the box, like that's going to be tough to kind of manage. But the midfield played pretty well today, which is big. Defense played pretty well today, and they got the goals. But
I do want to talk about
probably the easiest team you're going to play, and 2-0 doesn't look great, but at least you dominated the game, and it's on to Panama.
I think we talked about this. The tournament they won, though, was like Concacaf or whatever.
CONCACAF.
They need to win these games, though. Like, if you want to be taken even a little bit seriously, the games you're supposed to win, you need to win.
I think that's what happens to the U.S. sometimes in these tournaments, is they draw a lot.
Yeah, we can't have that.
And so getting the 3 points is big, especially in a group like this where Uruguay looks like the team that should win the group. So it's big to, like, they need to beat Panama.
I want to talk about Gio again, just because I think when the World Cup was happening, there was a lot of drama around him, which I think they both, like Gio and Berhalter, even though I don't particularly like Greg Berhalter.
You got it.
I said it the first time.
Yeah, no problem.
Berhalter. Okay, yeah.
And edit.
I don't particularly like him, but I had no skin in the game for Gio either. I kind of thought they both had a point. Like, Greg was like, he's too young, and Gio was like, but I'm better than everyone. And now I kind of see it.
Well, the thing is, it's not like the U.S. has all of this talent. So when you do have young talent like that, get them as much experience as possible.
Yeah.
Because when these World Cups do come around, he's going to be someone they're going to have to play through. Like, Pulisic's not getting any younger, and Pulisic loves to get hurt. He was banged up today playing.
He's a good example of what you just said. He played at 17. His first international goal was 17 years old. So it's like,
I thought it was cool. His first goal was against Bolivia, and then I think he scored his 30th tonight against Bolivia. Yeah. Same goalie, too.
But with Gio, man, he just glides, and he draws so many yellow cards. He's shifty. I think he's a real, like, to me, in my head, it's like Adams and Pulisic are the ones that are going to really take us somewhere. But, dude, I think before the broadcast came on, there was a pundit saying that Gio's the X factor. They could not be more correct, because that dude, like, I don't know. When you watch him, you don't think to yourself, like, American soccer player. You think, no, you're a good soccer player.
He's the guy. If he plays great, they actually have a chance to go deep into the tournament.
Yeah,
he has to play great. Pulisic can play great, and we can lose to any of the top teams. That's just
when you only have to game plan around one guy.
Yeah, I mean, if Pulisic can put himself into a way in a game where he's the best player on the field, which isn't going to happen too often, but if he does that, then obviously, yeah, that's great. But he needs a little partner in crime.
Dude, how about there's something about Christian Pulisic when he puts that jersey on, he's just a new man. Like, he had a great year. He really did. It was his best statistical year. But still, dude, when he puts the stripes on, there's just something.
He fits playing in the Italian league more than the other leagues, for sure.
Dude, he was
style of play fits playing in Serie A compared to, like, the Premier League and Bundesliga.
They gave him, like, the second or third best midfielder in Italy. Like, that's an American. Like, how crazy is that?
That is pretty wild.
But yeah, dude, I just get so excited when he puts that jersey on, because it's like there's a lot of players who wait for a championship game or wait for a big game, right? All you need to do for Pulisic doesn't need to be the Super Bowl, doesn't need to be the World Cup, doesn't need to be the NBA Finals. Just throw that jersey on.
And when you have the nickname Captain America, you have to play like Captain America.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
By the way, Joe Mazzola, you're not fooling me. Every single player keeps saying that, whatever it takes. You showed your team end game.
Look at that. We had to get some Celtics talk in there for you guys. Don't worry.
I know that he's a movie guy, and you're not fooling me. All right, we're on to the banner. We're hitting time here. So you got a question this week?
Yeah.
What is it?
So if you could only have one fast food item for the rest of your life, can't have any other fast food items ever again, what are you picking?
I mean, you have your answer already, right?
Yeah, cheesy gordita crunch.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best food items in the world.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Well, it's not my favorite thing at Taco Bell.
Well, you're just. I mean, some people are just wrong when they talk, but like that's okay.
I'm
You
pretty
can pick something
sure.
else.
I'm pretty sure when we did the vote, Crunchwrap Supreme won.
It didn't.
It did.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
It did though.
All my friends said cheesy gordita.
We did a poll, and
I
I think we won.
I don't think we did.
67%.
don't think we did a poll.
I think we
We'll
definitely
have
did.
to do a new one then, because I don't believe it.
All right. They're good though. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you that's a bad pick. It's
They're
great.
amazing.
It's a great pick.
I mean, the price keeps going up, which is pissing me off, but they're amazing.
Well, that could make it a bad pick.
Well, they also threw a Dorito Loco Taco in there too.
Well, did you see that the Crunchwrap added Cheez-Its?
I love Cheez-Its. I gotta try these out. I'm a little confused on the.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'm immediately in.
I do.
know?
I think I'm just I just have a dumb brain. The fact that a Cheez-It's that big just has me intrigued.
Yeah, it's not a bad point.
Yeah, like it's just like the Cheez-Its.
And I can't imagine.
Okay.
Like Taco Bell's already bad enough. I can't imagine a giant.
Whoa, you watch your tongue.
Like bad for you. I can't imagine a giant Cheez-It is helping.
Listen, I'll find my protein there. Don't worry about it.
My answer's boring, man. My answer's boring.
What do you want? A Chick-fil-A sandwich?
No.
All right. Well,
But
that's the boring answer.
I'm gonna tell the truth, but it's boring. I was battling between two.
No. We just need the one.
No, because I'm very confident about the one. I know what's one, and I can explain to you why two lost.
No. We don't need. No. The two's gone. You've never even heard of it again. Two is completely. It's a figment of your imagination. Will Smith went boop.
In my head right now, we had a round robin tournament, and I'm telling you who came in second because it's gone forever. I am okay with that. I made this decision. It's over.
All right.
Second place was the Frosty, the Wendy's Frosty.
Get that out of here, dude.
I love Frosties, but then I realized in my head I only love them because I can dip nuggets in them, and if I get the Frosty, then I can't have nuggets.
This is true.
That's a wild one because no one's picking Wendy's, and it lost. It's gone forever. One, my boring answer, but it's my sturdy one is a double cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Okay.
It just never disappoints me, ever. Like sometimes I'll get like a chicken sandwich. Sometimes I'll get like I've gotten Big Macs that are just 6/8. I don't know why I just did that. You did that 2 weeks ago. 3/4 bread. You ever got a Big Mac and just bread?
Yeah.
I
would never order a Big Mac. Like I don't need
Yeah.
more bread on my sandwich. Give me the double quarter pounder with cheese.
I like the double quarter pounder with cheese, but that's another one people mess up, dude. I swear it tastes different in different places. But the double cheeseburger, I know it's gonna be processed, probably fake rabbit meat.
Oh, I don't care what it is. It's
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah, and it just works for me.
I don't need to read all the ingredients sometimes on what's in my food. Does it taste good?
You know how often I've made the executive decision on the way home from work? I'm getting 2 double cheeseburgers, no pickles tonight.
At least 2 out of 3 times. Like the Naked Man.
That's true.
Works 2 out of 3 times. See, the third time you go, that's when they're going to mess up your burger.
So they'll put pickles on it,
Yeah.
which is
Oh, no, they don't understand. When you say no pickles, they're like, okay, guy.
like, what do you mean?
They're like, dude, we actually have to get rid of inventory. We have too many pickles right now. We're putting them on the sandwich anyways.
If you put pickles on your sandwich, grow up.
If I order a cheeseburger, any kind of variation of a burger at McDonald's, and I say no pickles, the first thing I do is check for pickles after, and they're always there.
It ruins the integrity of the entire sandwich. We talk about this once a year, but it's the truth, and people need to be reminded. Pickles on any burger, you can't just peel them off.
I think pickles are disgusting in general.
I don't like them, but everyone, like, especially my fiance, she'll be like, just peel them off. I like them. You don't get it, honey.
No. You keep pickles in the house for women strictly only.
But she doesn't get it. These pickles on this sandwich already ruined the bread.
Yeah.
It's over from here. I'm glad you get to peel your pickles, but next time let's just ask them.
I'm telling you, they're unloading inventory. They have too many. They have too many pickles.
That's just jump. We are very happy that you
I
came
thought that
here.
was the out right there.
What?
That's just jump.
It was just jump,
That was just jump.
and it still is.
Tell us your food.